What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It is your main man, Juggernaut, of multi-platinum production team, Arkatech Beatz.
Arkatech Beatz.
Welcome to the music review session, Platinum Producer Music Review. If it's your first time here, welcome. I am part of multi-platinum production team, Arkatech Beatz. Shout out to my partner, Mike Trauma D. We are responsible for producing for your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, Big Pun, Nas, Prodigy of Mobb Deep, rest in peace. The Game, Jada Kiss, Raekwon the Chef, Killer Mike, Freddie Gibbs, Max B, French Montana, Wiz Khalifa, 2 Chainz, so much more. Shorty Low, Waka Flocka Flame, Saha the Prince, Maya, shout out to her. So many other artists that we've been able to work with over our careers. And we are doing music reviews. And rap music, what up? We're doing music reviews tonight. The queue is open. If you're having any issues with my microphone, if you can't hear it, so forth, so on, please let me know. We're going to be playing some music in a hot second, just to kind of get the vibes right. Washington in the building, I see you. And, we're going to be just playing some flicks in a minute, you know what I'm saying? Playing some music in the 2 seconds, Today is February 7th. This is the day that Big Pun has passed away back in 2000, for those who are old enough to remember that. So, we were Big Pun collaborators. So I may play a few Big Pun tunes tonight, just so people can kind of, know what's what, you know what I mean? But rest in peace to Big Pun. We're going to keep it going, keep it moving, keep it grooving. We are doing, like I said, music reviews tonight, man. So make sure that you are submitting your music. And for those, like I said, who are familiar with me, I've produced everything from Big Pun to Nas to everybody in between. Right now, Coke Wave 3.5 out, French Montana, Max B. You can check us out on that on the record called Me Too, produced by us. And then we have $1 Million Baby 4 that's coming out at the end of the month. Shout out to Max B. We're heavy contributors on that, so make sure you're paying attention, you know what I mean? In the meantime, let's play some Max B where we get some submissions going. This is Max B. Why You Do That? Produced by us, Arkatech Beatz.
Like, it ain't the quantity, it's the quality.
Welcome home, Max B.
You know what I'm saying? This is the single right here.
Let's go.
I should have shown you, baby. That was big and really not Charlie, baby. Why you do that? She said, don't call me, baby. Don't categorize me with all your ladies.
Peace to y'all in Florida.
I tried to tell you before, early on, but you wouldn't listen.
JD, thanks for your gift. Famous J, thanks for your gift. Appreciate you.
See the feds on my ass, like the blood hit the music. Then I step on the gas. Now I'm speeding in the lane as if I had a quota. Got my bitch, she shot good.
Shout out to everybody in the live.
She don't panic at all. My baby play it cool. It don't matter, police should know she's spraying it too.
We doing music reviews tonight, man. So listen, man. I'm just playing some of the music that we produced. So if you come in here and you hear any music that doesn't sound like it's an independent artist or independent beat maker, it's because we produced it. So I'm just playing a little bit from our discography so you know that we're real. We're the real deal. We're not, for fake. We're not out here capping, trying to, do fake music reviews and all that stuff. Right now, what we got going on is we got a lot of things going on. We're really trying to get some opportunities for some folks. Shout out to anybody that wants to jump in. Like I said, the link is on the screen. Just make sure y'all are submitting. We're doing, we're going to listen to some beats and some songs. We're not going to be on forever, probably about an hour. First come, first serve. Remember, we got a few people already in the queue. So, if you're trying to make sure that you get heard tonight, you may have to skip the line. But listen, let's go, man. We're waiting for some people to submit some music. We're going to play some Max B. Why You Do That? This is produced by us, Arkatech Beatz. Shout out to Max B. Max B is home. You can catch him on that Coke Wave 3.5. The hit single, Ever Since You Left Me, is hit #1 on digital sales on Billboard, and it's the fastest growing at radio. And we're on that as too. You can check us out with French Montana and Max B. We did the record called Me Too. And $1 Million Baby 4 coming with Max B at the end of the month, February 25th. We're doing music reviews.
When I gave her the penis, she stroked my ego when she
sure y'all sharing the live. Make sure y'all liking the live, sharing the live.
Raid the cabinets in the fridge and need a bowl of food. But the dick I lay it heavy. It's something like a Chevy with a V10 engine sitting on 20-inch Pirellis. Baby girl was red in the eyes. I was the shit till she busted me with another bitch. She said, why you do that? I said, I'm sorry, baby. That was Bigger Philly, not Charlie, baby.
Atlanta in the building, Florida in the building. Voice Swagger, what up?
Why you do that? I tried to tell you before early on, but you wouldn't listen. Why you do that? The V12 on 24.
Great Dane, what up?
And the shoes is glistening. Got the game in the low, keep the thing in the boot. Got the virus to cook up out. I can cane in the coop. I'm making rain on the stoop. 40s, 20s, and dimes. It used to be Mason better. Now all my honeys is mine. We get money in the grind. We did it easy, no frontin', and did it in a way when niggas couldn't see me coming. Better duck when niggas is gunning.
Yo, wait till y'all hear this $1 Million Baby 4, man. If y'all are Max B fans, wait till you hear this $1 Million Baby 4, man. Wait till you hear what we did with Wiz Khalifa. Wait till you hear that. It's crazy. You know, for those who've already heard snippets of it, it's kind of floating outline. You know what I'm saying? Wait till you hear that. That joint is fire. Wait till you hear the 2 Chainz joint. Oh, Jesus, it's fire. You know what I'm saying? What we did for them is crazy, man. Max B, 2 Chainz, man, it's crazy, man. Arkatech Beatz, man, we killing it right now. Listen, make sure you are submitting the records. I'm listening to music tonight. Let's go.
Cause y'all soon to rig. I don't know what they told you. Boss don't do it big. Couple up in the club, he popping them clickers. See a lava with a bottle, he on top of the speakers. Me, I'm in the cup with a skeezer. On my bigger fail shit, white beater and Dewey. Slightly on my tail shit, and I don't worry. These hoes, these bitches, they love us. Every other city we go, bitches wanna fuck us. They fuck us and then they trust us. Have them head over heels till you leave them in pain. She said you don't know how to feel. Why you do that? I said I'm sorry, baby. That was Bigger Philly, not Charlie, baby. Why you do that? She said don't call me, baby. Don't categorize me with all your ladies. Why you do that? I tried to tell you before early on, but you wouldn't listen. Why you do that?
Yo, somebody asking who did the beat? You asking who did the beat? I did the beat. What you talking about? We did the beat. Arkatech Beatz, man. What you talking about, man? Come on, man. Let's pay attention. Pay attention. Keep up, people. Keep up.
V12 on 24s and plenty holes in the shoes. And now these ladies, they want me. They say I got what it takes. Said I should be in the stool instead of popping the 8. Nigga, my topic is the cake. Jewelry, bitches, and cars. Doing it big with all my niggas popping Chris's and balls. I fucks with the stars. You can catch me out in Cali looking for Caucasian bitches with titties and the fatty.
This is out right now. It's been out since 2007.
Now I'm in the back of the caddy.
It's right before he went to prison.
Living through my rear view.
So now it's finally getting the just due because now he's able to go out and perform it and do and go on tour with it. So now it's surging. It's resurging crazy. You know what I mean? For people who are not familiar, man. That's Max B. Let's go. Max Big Avail. Make sure y'all tapping the like button, man. Make sure y'all are submitting records. Let's go. Let's go. We want to try to listen to some good music tonight, man. You know, normally I'm in a you know, a real patient mood when I'm listening to music, and I'm like, you know, I'll give people a little whatever. If it's not jumping tonight, we just gonna kick the next button next. You know what I'm saying? JD, thanks for your rose, man. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. Make sure you're liking the live. Oh, you said my God wasn't born yet? Yo, don't say it like that, bro. You make us feel old when you do that, bro. You can't do it like that to us. Make us feel old like that, man. We aging like fine wine, man. We aging real good, man. Listen. You know it's a new day out here when Max can still be out here, you know, doing his thing, and J. Cole just dropped. So you know it's a new day out in these streets. Make sure y'all are liking the live, sharing the live. Make sure y'all are doing that. Let's go.
Windows is getting foggy. I hope I got a clear view. Bitch, nigga, I dare you to shorten my cheese. Only money, music, and family important to me. Baby, you talking to me? How you doing, Max? She had me in the club, blow my stacks. She said, why you do that? I said, I'm sorry, baby. That was Bigger Philly, not Charlie, baby. Why you do that? She said, don't call me, baby. Don't categorize me with all your ladies. Why you do that?
We're getting ready to start doing this music review. We're getting ready to start listening.
Why you do that? V12 on 24s.
getting ready to start listening to some of this music, you know what I mean?
Back with another classic for the ladies. I see you, boss man. What's going on, baby? Let's go have them hoes off lean. They gonna be like, I don't even like rap, but I fuck with that nigga right there. That's that grown and gorgeous shit for the summer, for the winter, fourth quarter, whatever. Ow. Birthday shit.
You know, it's so crazy when I watched the original video on it's an unofficial official video. This is the Big Avell page. Shout out to Matty Ice, man, who handles this Big Avell fan page. And he spliced that music video that Max B did with the cook-up video that I did. So it's ill to just kind of watch me at the end of the video. It's kind of crazy. People see me at the end of the video. It's wild. JD, what up, man? Appreciate you down that, man. Coach J, what up, man? Appreciate you, man. Make sure y'all hitting that like button, hitting that share button. Let's get this thing moving. Moving and grooving, man. We're trying to get this thing moving and grooving while we wait for some people to hit some, submit some music. You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, you know, this is Max B and Wiz Khalifa.
I used to get to work and I do this shit from sundown to sunup.
I wake up, I roll one. Only myself, I don't compete with no one. This ain't the fast ride, I took the slow one. Didn't have a pound today, decided to grow one. Constantly shopping for Chrome Hearts and Rick Owens. Constantly ducking cops from the pounds that I'm blowing. Got a loft in a couple properties. Playing Monopoly with real money. Another bong rip, I'm a little sluggish. Pardon my cuss subjects, but I do what I want and really love it.
Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it, man. We out here. We getting it done. Kaz, what up? Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. Make sure y'all tapping the like button. We're about to jump into some music reviews tonight. Make sure that you are submitting the songs. It's free to submit. Of course, you got to hit to skip the line, but it's free to submit. What's happening with the Instagram tonight? Instagram look like it's slow tonight. Saturday night, I guess. The 5 mics from Max B. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you on that. What's going on, bro? How you feel, man? Appreciate you, man, as always. About to jump into this joint. We're doing some quick music reviews, like I said. We're going to be on here for a hot second, and then I have to jump off because got to send that next pack, man. We got to get ready for that. So, you know, just trying to gear up, man. So trying to do a little bit of everything. Shout out to all my producers in the producer portal, the Future Producer Society. Shout out to all of y'all folks that's jumping into that. For producers who want to learn the music business, learn that. Look out for this MPC tutorial, this MPC X tutorial. You know, we're going to be putting that together. We're going to be drip feeding it into the portal for those who are trying to learn how to use the MPC, etc. You know, that's going to be the place. It's going to be a master class on it. And it's really just the way that I use it, you know, so for people who been watching me live cook up and watching these songs get placed, just trying to show you out my workflow, get a little bit more in depth with it, make sure that cats, you know, can really follow what's going on and what we're laying down. And, you know, get folks' NPC game up, you know what I mean? So, be on the lookout for that. Hopefully in another few days I'll be jumping in, and then, you know, we'll be dropping some more stuff in terms of, like, you know, ASCAP registration and some other things. We're going to be dumping that stuff into the portal. So, you know, everybody keep an eye out. I want to jump into this first record. This record is called What It Was by, this says Dirty Mumbles. I hope he's not going to mumble on here, Dirty Mumbles. The name is telling on you. I hope you're not going to mumble on this one. Let's go. let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something on this one. Let me tell y'all something. That joint got a lot of potential. Like, look, like this, it has this effect on it, man, that I think is killing it, which is like, remember what we like, it's like he's doing this gated thing, and it's like it's taken away from it because it can really keep going, like, because the drums are smacking. Yo, like, it's tough. It's just not sequenced properly. Jesus Christ. Yo, you gotta sequence this better. Like, yo, you gotta sequence this better. Like, you got the intro that's crazy ill. It should jump right into this spot right here. They got that lead sound in it. It should jump right into that as the hook, and then pull that out and then make that run. You know what I'm saying? And then make that run, you know, as part of the main part for the verse. Pull the gate down, man, so that you can hear the beat, man. Like, because you got it gating, it's like it makes it dip, so it's kind of like we can't really, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can't really get into the vibe of it because it's kind of dipping on the main sample, and that shouldn't happen on the main sample. It gotta go. So it listen, like, yo, when you hear a joint that kind of it got a lot of potential, man. Like, yo, you don't really realize people are sleeping on this. The folks who's not really hearing it, yo, you're sleeping on this. You know what I'm saying? Peace, Jay Steele, man. Peace on y'all. So I'm listening to this joint and I'm like, yo, this joint just need to have these certain elements in it to make it kind of be able to really go. You know what I mean? And like, it's there. Like, the elements is pretty much there. Like, you know, it's a little short. It's because I maybe like a minute and 30. Like, listen to this intro, right? That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's go. Yo, boy Swagger, you know, I'd have put the hella Dr. Dre dark piano on the back, like that Dre would have been so big. Pause. Like, yo, man. Yo, I gotta hard this, man. I gotta find this cat. Whoever dropped this in, I gotta find this cat, man. There's a lot of potential here. Listen. Make sure y'all are jumping into the Future Producer Society, man. Y'all producers that's trying to get in, man. For real, man. We'll get you to the promised land, man. For real, man. That's and a nasty bass. Real talk. Or 808. That joint is gone, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we need to do with that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm hitting the air horn on that, man. Listen, it's on the screen, man. School.com/, Future Producer Society, man. Just jump into that, man. For those who are trying to learn the game, learn the business, trying to get this music production thing right, man. For those who are trying to jump in. For those who's trying to submit the music, also submit their neuro.fan/Arkatech Beatz. You know, we listening to music tonight, man. I like this joint. This joint is called What It Was by Dirty Mumbles. I'm just going to play it out, man, because I like it so much. Let's go. Shout out to everybody jumping into the live. Make sure you're liking the live. This joint is called What It Was by Dirty Mumbles. This beat is crazy. Yeah, man, he got the star of approval from me on this one, man. Let me tell you what's going on with my joint. Yeah, he got one star of approval on this one. Listen, let's jump into the next joint, man. Yeah, good start, bro. Like to hear some dope, some dope ish, man. I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? It gets you excited. You know what I mean? Like it's good to hear something that sounds different. That's the other thing too. It sounds different, and it got like the drum fill and everything. So it got the right elements. We just got to put it together in the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the hardest part. Is finding the right sounds and the right sample and all of that stuff. That's the hardest part. You already did that. You got the intro. You got the hardest part. You got your hook set up. Yo, we just gotta sequence it right, man. We gotta make the music bed so somebody can rap on this, man. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be able to rap on this too. Yo, JV, that's you? So all right, boom. Yo, you wasn't in here the whole time when I was talking about what he needed? You missed it? All right, so check it out, man. What I said was this. I like the intro on this joint. This joint is pumping, it's jumping. They got a dope intro, right? And I think that you got like some sort of gate or effect going on the main sample. That's kind of making it dip a little bit. You know what I mean? Oh, Hustling is you. Okay, this next one is you. All right, I ain't listened to it yet. We about to listen to it in a second. I was just talking about the last record. I ain't listened to this record yet. So we about to get into it in the hot second. I ain't listened to it yet, though. Shout out to you for staying in. I ain't get a chance to listen to it. I was just talking about the last record. We about to jump into it in a hot second. Shout out to everybody that's in the live, man. Let's get these likes up. These likes look crazy on the TikTok side. We got to crack back this TikTok algorithm. It's been kind of hating on me. I don't know what's going on, why the hate is so strong. Don't hate on me, man. Just, you know what I'm saying? I guess they don't like when I'm posting the Max B content. Yo, don't hate on me, man. Just love us for what we do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live stream. We're doing music reviews tonight. I'm hoping that people are listening. Hopefully people are paying attention. St. Louis in the building. What up? Man, Del, I see you. Make sure you're hitting the like button, man. Slapping the screen. It don't take nothing to tap the screen, man. It don't cost you nothing, man. Just tap the screen for a little bit, man. Make them likes run up the likes on them. You know what I'm saying? Make folks see us in the algorithm. Let us hit that regular page, right? I'm about to jump into this next joint, Hustling by the homie JV. He been in the building for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, wait for some more submissions, man. Make sure y'all are submitting them songs. We'll listen to some Max B.
Yeah.
French Montana, produced by us.
Yo, Valley. Rails was popping.
What's popping? It's up that Coke Boys.
Yeah. I gave him a signature on the C-note. When it come to these speakers, I'm the keynote. Glock 19 tucked in the Pico. I'm a peacock. She like the deep throat, mom. Do new tricks, get it all clean. $250,000 on the truck, I'ma get it all green. Don't you fuck with the EMG, niggas all team black. Stevie and more, bigger cross seas, we be on patrol. Money won't fall. Sweet and sour on the bagel, honey on the road. Trying to show my man a glow, but Dunny on parole. Damn, P.O. a dick, money on patrol. Damn, I been chose, better off road. Don Valley on the building, letters all bold.
French
I just
Montana.
hit me a royal flush, better on fold.
Produced
On
by
the
us.
oven, I bake cakes, but better on the stove. Yeah.
If you wanna make 1 million, you gotta make 2. Say don't bring sand to the beach, I brought the beach through. When New York fell off, Montana brought the east through. Malibu estates, mansion on the beach, at least 2. Don't think of outer space with a bitch you can't breathe. Rapping 16, but my contract like an athlete. From birds on the block to the jet, CB on the wings. Tell your big homie my watch costs 100 billion streams. When it come to maxing on my name's me too. Cause when he got the cash, I was like me too. And when he got the drop, I was like me too. When he almost got shot, I was like me too. Man, this shit right here, dog, is just the preview. Wave God's on the way, Cosmo Brothers Part 2. Huh?
Yeah, I wish I could hit the lotto. Me too. Smoke a blunt while I hit the bottle. Me too. Yeah, I'm feeling to hit the model. Me too. I'm having issues with somebody I need to speak to. I'm just trying to get my flows on. Me too. I'm trying to flow like the boss dog. Me too. Big chain with the frost on. Me too. I need crew in that Perry on. Me too. You ain't fucking with the boys, they got choice.
Listen, man. Coke Wave 3.5 out now. Narcos, French Montana, Max B. That's Me Too, produced by us, Arkatech Beatz. Go check out that Ever Since You Left Me, #1 record, digital sales. It's going crazy right now, man. If y'all ain't rocking with the wave, man, y'all crazy right now. I'm about to listen to this next joint called Hustlin' by JV. He said he's 16. Let's see what you got, brother. Let's hear it. Hold on. Make sure my sound is good here. Let's make sure that's good. JV, what you using, bro? This needs some help. This needs some work. It sounds like you don't have your tempos right. So your song ain't looping properly. So it's leaving gaps in it. And I know you're trying to work with it, but that's not really what we need to do. What you using to make the beats, JV? Hit me up. Tell me what you're using. If you're using FL or if you're using the hardware, let me know what you're using. You got MPC Live too. All right. So where'd you get the samples from? All right, so this is what I need you to do, bro. I'm gonna need you to make sure you go hit the link in our description and get yourself a Splice account, man. Yeah, I need you to get yourself a Splice account, right? Hit the link in the description, get yourself a Splice account so that you have access to the samples. And once you have access to the samples, what you're gonna see in Splice is that every sample is gonna have what we call a beats per minute, right? So that's going to help you to be able to properly loop your music, right? So once you're able to properly loop your music, then you'll be able to write your drums on stuff appropriately so that you're not having these things that sound a little bit disjointed coming in and out. Like, I think what's happening also is that if you're doing samples, like being able to sample in the beginning, you're going to have to kind of get yourself used to sampling and then hitting the tap tempo button and playing with pitches. And that can become real difficult and looping in the beginning if there's nobody really to show you how to get that done, right? Because most samples won't, if you're sampling from different obscure sources, it won't have any BPMs. You're going to have to figure out what the beats per minute are. So you're going to have to take the sample, truncate it to as tight as you wanted your loop to be. And then you're going to have to tap tempo that out on your MPC to see what the rudiment tempo is. Then you have to lay it down. And then you're going to have to keep playing with the tempo until it actually loops properly. And if it doesn't loop properly, then, we got to either pitch it up or pitch it down. And those things take a little bit of time for folks to kind of figure that out, especially in this day and age. But the way that you can circumvent that It's just to use an account like Splice. All of your samples are going to have tempos, going to be tempo mapped out. You can always put those in, load those in, and then you're not fighting with your MPC to make music. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're doing sample-based stuff. And then you can be able to program drums, and in some cases you may not even have to do that. You could also sample those drums too, as long as they're in the same tempo and the same pitch. And then you can add those things in, and then you can start really get to making beats fast. You know, so that's my suggestion to you. Thank you for submitting on this. We got a lot of work that we got to do. Make sure you're jumping into the Future Producer Society as well, man. You can learn it. It's gonna take some time, but link is on the screen. School.com, Future Producer Society. For those who don't, for those who are not familiar, I want to make sure that cats are understanding. Like, yo, we're trying to get you right, but it's gonna take some time. And you're just 16, man. You got time to learn. But put yourself amongst people that's really doing it, and you'll be able to get it fast, and you'll see where we go with it. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. For everybody that's submitting, submitting music. We just listening to different joints, man. Like I said, today is the day that Big Pun passed away. So this is what's this? It's 26 years now, man. Shoosh. I feel old, man. It's crazy. Just know that it's that long ago. Rest in peace, Big Pun, man.
What I gotta do, let y'all niggas know, I am the nicest ever. Hardcore, commercial. What you wanna do? You wanna wild up? You wanna dance? Don't matter to me. I got it all locked down, baby. It's not a game, it's war. Plain and raw, blood stain the war. When I bring the chain with the sword, bring the pain to your door like death was knocking. Unless you got my ass, I'ma make you twins with the head as horsemen. Had extortion, say it so, live your dreams, don't pay the cost. Say hello to the guillotine. I kill a fiends for blood, screams of thugs like fiends for drugs. I don't need no love. Give me your fear, money, respect, beer, honeys, and sex. We're here, up in the checks for years, hungry and stressed. You fucking with Chris, fuck Pun, dead the rap for later. Get your calculator. The head decapitators back forever. Can't count how many heads I had to sever. After niggas I keep and put them back together. Back the terror could open your girl and make you trust out of flesh. Like Buffalo Bill, you fucking reveal the real. Rap acts, maniacs, soundboy killer. Hack, chain react, 2 for 1. Double the death, same price. What would Big say? You know that ain't right. It's not a game hard. We're getting paid hard. It's still T-Squad. Surgery with the chainsaw. Game hard. We're getting paid hard. It's still T-Squad. What you came for?
Rest in peace, Big Pun, man. Rest in peace, Big Pun, man. That was a hard day when he passed away, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I will get this next joint called "Pimpin' in My Blood" by what's this? Chook Track. I don't want to butcher your name like that, man. But I remember when this guy passed away, man. When he passed away, we was in California doing a remix for this record with the Deftones. Shout out to those guys. We were doing something for the Loud Rocks album, and we were doing a remix on it, and we had gotten news that he passed away. So we had to kind of fly back to New York. But Steve was on like a vacation in Hawaii or something like that. This is Steve Rifkin, the owner of Loud Records. So we wind up, the other A&R, shout out to Sean C. He was on his way to California. We were all supposed to be in the session to do this Loud Rock stuff, this remix album. And he had gotten off the plane, and we had told him, like, yo, man, you got to cut your phone off real quick because we got to catch you. So we wind up picking him up from the airport, and then we wind up telling Sean C that he passed away. So then we wind up going to John Rifkin's house, waiting for Steve to get to Cali. Steve gets to Cali, we hop on a jet, and then we go straight to Fat Joe's crib in Jersey. And he was doing radio that morning, like Hot 97, Miss Jones, and all of that. And that was like a really, really, really somber time. And then having to go to the funeral, and that was crazy, and the BX, and it was just, all of those things were just crazy, man. And you got to realize that we worked with Pun on the first album for Capital Punishment, and then we worked with Pun again on the Terror Squad album, and then we worked again with Pun on the for Leatherface, and at the time when we were working with him on Leatherface, he was actually living out of the studio in Sony for a little while. So he was like staying there 24/7, you know, in Sony studios at the time, and we were, you know, getting the songs done, and we would go down and we would chop it up with him, because he had added in all of those DMX things in the Leatherface. He added in you know, surgery with the chainsaw, and then he added in the Scarface naughty leg, huh? And then he was like, yo, we need to add a little bit more on the hook. So we wound up adding in that choir that you hear in the beginning, and then also that childlike sound that we did. We pulled in a JV, I think it was 2080 or 1080. We had those sounds in there. We put those sounds on it, and then we finished that record. And then, you know, right before it was supposed to come out, man, he had passed away, man. Like, it's just this was going to come out in April, I believe, and he wound up passing away in February. So rest in peace to Big Pun, man. I got Big Pun stories, you know, and Big Pun changed my life, man. I try to tell people that, man. You know, that's why I put him prominently on my wall, so that you can see, you know, his awards. His awards changed my life. This record went multi-platinum. It changed my life, man. Folks don't understand, so they can do stuff like that. They can change your life. So shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live stream. Shout out to people who are submitting. For people who are trying to get their records listened to tonight, you know, there's a little bit, some records in the queue. Of course, if you're trying to get it heard tonight, you just got to skip the line. That's your best bet, because, you know, we're only going to be on for a little while, not too much longer. We got a lot of work to do. Max B and these guys are dropping like crazy. And these are the hottest things since Fish Grease right now. And we got a lot of work to do, a lot of work in our Future Producer Society, a lot of work to do on these tracks, a lot of work to do for everything. There's a lot of work to do, people, and it's only February. So for people who are submitting and getting that feedback, I appreciate you guys that are submitting. And people who are looking to skip the line and all that other good stuff, I appreciate you to do that as well. You know, these are the opportunities to get in front of people that make sense. So this record is called Pimpin' in My Blood by I'm going to say it's Chook Track. You know, shout out to you. Let's listen to it. Let's go. like there's a vibe here, and I'm familiar with this. I'm familiar with this loop, and I've used this loop before, and it's interesting to hear how other people hear it, right? So it's just interesting to hear people like hear the way that you use a loop. There's two things that I'm saying with this, but what I like what he did with it, in terms of adding his own piano and there's other stuff inside of it. But I think that he's buried the sample. I don't think you should bury the sample. I think you should lean on the sample. I think the sample needs to come up into the mix, right? And then you need to balance the rest of the instruments around the sample. To be honest, you know what I'm saying? To let that part of the sample kind of drive it a little bit more. And then I want you to pay attention. I want you to pay attention to the way that your kick sounds like on the timing. There's a portion of the kick to me that sounds like it could be a little bit more on timing when it goes boop boop boop. Like to me, it feels like you can actually take that and you can probably reprogram that to have that to feel a little bit more clean, and to get that kick drum feel a little bit more rounded. I feel like that kick drum is kind of like it's not like really driving this song the way it could drive it, the way I think it should be able to drive it. But I like the samples that you use. I like that you added the bass line to it. I like that you added the piano to it. I like that you did all of those things. I like that you actually have a hook with it, with the Pimpin' in My Blood sample going on it. This is a great thing. Let's just make sure that we're putting them where they need to be put. Where we're going to start off with the hook in the beginning, after the intro, and then make sure that we have the track for the Rapper to Breathe between about 12 bars, right? 8 to 12 bars in the middle, and room for you to rap on the for that, and then also have your hook set up. So we want to have your intro, your hook, or if you're not going into your hook, your intro, go into your 8 to 12 bars to rap, go into your hook, then another verse into your hook, and then make sure the song is done after that. That's my feedback on it. I think it's really more of a mix thing with this for me. I think it could be mixed better to make that beat really pop. But I feel like the elements are there. Like you got the pieces. The right pieces are there. It's just a matter of you just kind of getting those pieces up to where we need to get them up to make sure that it's moving the way it moves. Pluto, let me tell you something about opportunities, man. Opportunities don't come the way that they used to come on social media, man. Right? An opportunity in this game, and I'm gonna tell people something, man. In this game, you kind of got to make your own opportunity, and folks are gonna say, well, what do you mean by that? Meaning it's like this, right? It's like people are like, yo, if I get heard, does an opportunity open the door? It's like it's not one singular event that opens the door to any opportunity. It's not a singular event. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had to say, okay, did Pun was my first opportunity, right? Like he was my first opportunity. But in order for me to get to that opportunity, right, I had to buy $25,000 worth of studio equipment. Now, how did I do that? Right? How did I get $25,000 worth of studio equipment? And I was 21 years old, fresh out of college. Right? I maxed out every credit card. I maxed out every credit card I could find. Sandmash card, Guitar Center card, you name it, I maxed them all out. Got all the equipment. Me and my cousins, we used to get up every weekend, put the beats together. I used to print out these labels called Bash Music. I used to put them on there, and then he'd be in the label trying to hustle it off to try to get people to hear it. So Havoc would hear it from Mobb Deep, Prodigy would hear them, and then Pun wound up hearing something that he happened to like. Then we still had to lay the record. So he said he liked the record. We still got to lay it. We went to lay the record. It got corrupted 3 times. We didn't get the chip. We laid it 3 times, 3 separate times, and the record didn't get laid. Right? On the fourth time that we laid is when it actually we had to bring in ADAS to get it done. So at the end of the day, what I'm saying in a nutshell is that everything is going to have obstacles. There's always going to be things that happen, but you're going to have to keep continuing to keep working until you can meet an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I ain't never heard that. So what I'm asking for folks is like this. What I'm asking for folks to try to do when you have to look at this platform, you got to look at it like this. If you're submitting the music for it to get heard, you're going to be submitting music to get heard. What can we guarantee? We can't really guarantee anything because it all is all based on you. It's based on how hard you're willing to work. It's based on what your music sound like. It's based on what your temperament is. Are you easy to work with? Are you hard to work with? There are a lot of factors that come into that situation. So for folks to say, hey, if I do this, it's like me saying to you, like, yo, here goes this treadmill. You know, you're gonna look like Arnold Schwarzenegger after you get on the treadmill. Results vary. I could put people on the same diet, on the same regimen, and their bodies are gonna look different. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it works. So it's not a situation where people want equal opportunity and equal outcomes. That's not how it works. The outcomes, you never know what the outcomes is going to be. The only thing that I can guarantee folks is this, is that if you get listened to and that I can give you constructive feedback. The only thing that I can guarantee is that, hey, if you rocking with me inside of the portal, that you will improve. You know what I'm saying? Given if you're going to follow what I'm trying to tell you. Now, you know what I'm saying? Everything that comes along beside that, you have to put yourself in a different position. I can tell you what to do, and you have to make sure that you're handling it. You got to execute. It's up to you to execute. It's up to you to get to those situations. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, what people are looking for you to do is they're looking for you to take your 25 years of your access and just hand it over to people. You can't just do that because I don't know who people are. You haven't earned my trust. You haven't earned that access. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it works. And what I'm creating is I'm creating a space for people where they can earn the access. Where you can earn the access. Where you can get the mentorship that I never was able to get. I was never able to get access to a Pete Rock. I was never able to get access to a large professor. You know what I'm saying? Until after the fact. You know what I'm saying? When I finally started seeing Pete Rock is when I was at the label. And then I started working with Raekwon, and then we happened to see he did the record Sneakers on the Raekwon album, and we happened to start dealing with Pete on that. Like, you don't get the access until you start doing the real work. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people don't seem to really understand. So it's like nothing here is given to anybody in this situation, and people always want to help people who are willing to help themselves. When you see people grinding inside here, I see Richie Stone Cold, I see Kaz, I see Swagger, I see these guys coming in, they showing up, they dropping the music, they showing up. They getting active. These guys are trying to get better. You know what I'm saying? And they're getting better. So I'm talking about the people that's in my community that's really trying to do their thing and trying to get better. A shout out to Rick. You know, like, folks is actually executing. I'm watching their socials grow in real time because they're executing, right? It's not happening overnight, but it's growing, right? So we talking about progress. We're not talking about perfection. And people got to really understand that. And those days of the music business where it's kind of like one person come in and change your life, those days are over. You got to work. You got to grind. You got to do these socials. You got to be on content. You got to be on everything. You think we want to be live every night or doing something? This is part of the process now. There's no longer a situation where a producer can just sit in the shadow in their room and make beats anymore. Those days is over. Those days is over. You know what I'm saying? Those days is over. You got to put a face to the name. Your name got to be your name. You got to be out here. You got to be on every freaking platform. You got to be posting long form, short form. This is the game, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it don't matter what level you on. This is where it's at. And it don't matter what profession you in. If you an actor, this and that. If you Gary V, if you Alex Hormozy, if you Tony Robbins, you're going to have to be on socials. You're going to have to be out here putting content together. Like, nobody is above it anymore. So if you got a social media account and you got access, if you got a phone, let me put it that way. If you got a phone, there's no excuse for you not being able to, one, get the information, and two, being able to execute, because there's apps for everything. Right? You could rip music off YouTube. You could record notes into your phone. You could make beats in your phone. You can make videos on your phone. You guys can do a lot of things that I couldn't do. You know, so shout out to everybody that's jumping in the joint. We got our first paid skip tonight. Got our first paid skip tonight. This is by who this by? Green Ink Society. Or Green Ink Society. You know what I'm saying? Tony Robbins is on billionaire status and he's still out here in the infomercials. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's billionaire status and he's still out here. That's when you start to really realize that, yo, you know, there was a time in my brain, and I'm gonna get to your record right now. There was a time in my brain when I kind of thought that, hey man, haven't I done enough? Negative. You start realizing that now you really didn't do enough. You're still gonna have to continue to do more. The key to it is just like what you do. If you like what you do, then it don't feel like work. Then are you blessed? If you like what you do, then you don't feel like work. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You got to get to the point where you just like what you do. You know what I mean? Like you got to like, you know, if you like what you do and you can make money, then you winning in life. And don't feel like work. You know what I'm saying? If you can connect with the people, if you can make music and people vibing to it and people is rocking, shit, man, that's gold right there, man. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, don't nothing stop, man. You know what I'm saying? What I realize is that whole thing about people just kind of sitting on the end is a lie. There you go, man. Do what you love and never work a day in your life. So this is All I Need Interlude, man, by the Green Ink Society, man. Shout out to you in the building. Let's get to your joint. This is a paid skip. It's on Spotify.
I mean, life is life, bro. It's just what it is. Niggas die for the streets, they ain't even started living yet. But we don't tolerate disrespect. Don't insult my intelligence, nor challenge my intellect. All you can ever do is give your best. So I don't know how I'm supposed to be average. We supposed to be bragging, staring at the water crash on the coast from the palace, smoking and cash to deal with emotional damage. For successful ascension, gotta let go of some baggage. You know it's a balance, the goal is make this timeless music. Provide for the family so we don't gotta survive with ruins. Before the injecting embalming fluid, for the brothers serving consecutive lifetimes congruent. Cleanse my soul cause now's the time to do it. Swim the Mediterranean, made sure they Mesopotamian. Smoke the petunias, willows, geraniums. Your glow is a blessing. Tell myself that you're radiant. Catch the rhythm, can't disrupt the circadian. Never sell out just to sell out the stadium. Gold mine, diamond spill from the cranium. Whiskey vicious, everything that he says. Elder God, the immaculate conception, who left the everlasting impression. The written scriptures actualizes the legend. Increase the big statements, moving backwards is recession. Used to be doing yard work and cutting patches in the hedges. Used to give my parents headaches that couldn't pass with an Excedrin. Man, God bless my pops and his passage into heaven. 20 years feels like yesterday. Some things I feel and I would never say. Struggles with morality and mortality, but let us pray. What's the journey to righteousness whenever you've been led astray? I wish you could have met your grandson. He's just like me but more handsome. Save a spot for me for later. Right now I can't come. The fuck is life sometimes? I still don't understand, son. Some shit I just can't cope with. I hate crying so I'm binge drinking, chain smoking. I'm sorry, I'm just heartbroken. You're one of God's soldiers, Allah's chosen. But I'm sorry, I'm just heartbroken. Damn.
Yo, that was dope, bro. That's All I Need interview by the Green Ink Society, man. That was dope, man. And listen, he's labeled it as an interlude, so I'm not gonna hold him to anything in terms of a hook or anything like that, because it's, like you said, it's an interlude inside of that. If anything that I would probably ask you to do on this, the bars is potent, the beat is doing what it's supposed to do. I feel like your vocal could be slightly higher. I feel like your vocal could be slightly higher, so that we're not battling with the vocal sample in the beat. You got to realize that when we're dealing with vocal samples in beats, that we have to make sure that the engineer is very clear on making sure that your voice is more bright and that it stands out from the track that has a vocal sample in it, so that it can sound, so that you can be a little bit more crispy on top of the track, especially because you're spitting something that has great context and great content, and it's evergreen. So stuff like this can't go anywhere. Like when I say can't go anywhere, meaning like it doesn't have a trend. So it'll be timeless. So if a person finds this a year from now, 2 years from now, they'll be able to rock what it is. And that's really, like I said, that's probably the most difficult balance, is finding out. That's with everything. I think what happens is like this: is really on the engineer. I'm not sure if you engineered it yourself, but what we tend to do when we're doing our mixes. Yeah, meaningful lyrics is always we're gonna respect that every day, all day, man. Thank you for the he's our first skip for the night. He's skipping for tonight. He skipped the line to make sure he got heard. So respect to you. So listen. The main thing is this: when we're doing mixes, and I want people to take this note. This is a message. Take the notes for everybody that's in the chat. When you're mixing your records, you're supposed to have them give you like this. You do your main mix, right? So say you're in the studio, you mix your main mix. This is the mix. We got it, right? Boom. The engineer's supposed to give you a vocal up and a vocal down. So it's 3 different passes. It's the main pass that you say that you love. Then you want to do one that has you with maybe 2 decibels lower, and then one that has you 2 decibels up. That's what you do. And then you do your car test. You drive around with that for maybe 2-3 days, and you just play it loud in a factory system, not one of the systems that you may have, not the system that you worked up in your car. You want a factory system straight out of the manufacturer from the car, so that you can listen to it exactly what it is. Make sure that all your EQs and everything is flat, right? EQs is flat in the car. Make sure that you don't have all the bass going to the bass to the back of the car. Everything flat, everything balanced. And then drive. And then listen to your joint over and over and over, and then see which one sounds better to you. And this is the way that we normally try to pick out what we're going to run with. And really, more like 60-70% of the time, we run with the vocals up. Because what you think is good when you leave in the studio after being in there and you get ear fatigue, most times you're going to need the vocals going to need to come up. In most cases. You know what I mean? And make sure you get with some people who can actually listen to music, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's another thing too. Like, you got to have people that's around that have, that critical ear that can listen to your joint and tell you, yo, you got to move and shake on it. But listen, I'm giving you a star on this one because I like your content, and I like your lyrics, and I like what you're doing on that. I like how you're spitting on that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said better than J. Cole. That's a big compliment for somebody coming to chat and say it sound better than J. Cole. So, shout out to Cole, man. I'm staying out of that. But shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live stream, man, and listening to joints and submitting records, man. Make sure y'all are submitting. Make sure y'all tapping that like button. Make sure y'all are sharing the live and doing all the special and great things that we need to do to make sure that we can get this record where it needs to be. I'm about to jump into one of the next joints. Like I said, rest in peace to Big Pun today, man. You know what I'm saying? We've been playing a little bit of Big Pun today, only because, like I said, it's the day that he passed away, man. February 7th, man, 2000. I remember that joint, man.
It's called gentrification. It's what happens when the property value of a problem until it broke me.
For those who are just jumping into the chat, yes, this is Big Pun. This is the first record that me and Mike ever produced and got placed. This is the first record that we ever produced and got placed, and we were blessed for it to go multi-platinum and for him to be nominated for a Grammy for the Best New Rap Artist, Best New Rap Album, Capital Punishment. And we did produce this song. Shout out to Prospect. And, you know, this is the record that started our career and, you know, really changed my life. And, you know, I tell people that all the time. So, you know, enough respect to Big Pun. It still pays dividends. It still creates opportunities. And it's one of the cornerstones of our discography that we talk about a lot. About to jump into this next record real quick before we get up out of here. This is Conductor, not mixed version. It's like Conductor Williams. This is Durham Beat. Yeah, I'll be reading some of these names. I'll be like, yo, I'm like, can I read? Because some of these names be looking crazy. I'm like, I could read. I know I could read, man. I know I'm educated. I could read, but some of these spellings for these names, I'm like, how do you pronounce these things?
Fuck it, let's all do one.
Conductor.
Yo, did you use Conductor Williams' tag? I hope you didn't do that.
Fuck it, let's all do one.
Like, I understand folks saying it's a Bay Area sound. Like, I get that. It doesn't feel complete. It feels disjointed to me. We could tie these sounds together better, man. Like, you know what I mean? With either with our percussion to make it feel like it can move a little bit. The conductor part is throwing me off. Yeah, it's definitely missing a few pieces. And the conductor thing is throwing me off because I'm so used to hearing that as conductor. We have a problem, and that's Conductor Williams' vocal tag. That's the tag for his beat. You know what I'm saying? So when you put conductor on it, like, okay, is that Conductor Williams? So I think that's an issue in itself, using another producer's vocal tag as, you know, the core of your beat. You know what I mean? I don't think that works at all. But for the most part, to me, it's like a mishmash of sounds. And, you know, the only thing that's holding it together right now is the beat. You know what I mean? That the beat is the bass line. Yeah, the bass line is the only thing that's really making it slightly listenable, because it's really just like a mishmash. You know, you're just kind of going through the 808 kit and just trying to add, you know, this, that, and the third. And the only thing that's really making it listenable is that bass line. But you gotta be able to, you gotta get those things together. You know what I mean? And the only way for us to get those things together is for us now to, you know, add some percussion elements that's going to tie everything together. Even if you're trying to go, you know, real sparse on the drums, you can do that, but you still gotta get other elements that's gonna tie it together. Like, that's the only thing that really makes sense, you know, in the way that I see it, you know what I mean? So you know, thank you for your submission. It needs a little bit of work on that, and hopefully we can get some work on that. You know, folks can do that. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. I'm about to sign off in a hot second because I got some pressing issues that we need to address in terms of some beat packs and stuff like that. Shout out to my folks that's in the Future Producer Society. Look out for some more content. Should be looking to get something in there between tomorrow and Monday. And then also for my premium members, we do have some calls that are going to be scheduled. For my VIP members, there's going to be some calls scheduled. Oh yeah, I'm about to sign off. You know what I mean? We're only here for a limited time, man. So, you know, like I always tell everybody, listen, if you're trying to get listened to, you got to skip the line. And you know, we only got a little bit of time, man. We're working on this Max Beats project, man. You know, we can only give as much time as we got. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got to make it make sense. So, shout out to everybody that jumped in today, anybody that submitted. You know, hopefully when we get on the next live, you know, we'll continue listening to what we're listening to. From where we started from, where we left off, rather, you know, as to when I hope to be on tomorrow, but if not, then, you know, we'll probably just jump on again on Monday or Tuesday. We got to figure it out. Yeah, folks got to take advantage of the skip. Folks are taking advantage of it, you know what I mean? So I do appreciate everybody that's tuning in. You know, we're doing what we can, but right now, we gotta jump into this music, and we gotta get some things rocking and rolling. Shout out to everybody that's in the live, and for everybody that submitted. And I will catch y'all hopefully on the next one. So everybody be safe out there.